Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth. I am here at the store uploading a video, and I usually have to come to the store to upload a video because, of course, I'm in the jungle and I only have this little jetpack, and if I was to wait for my video to upload, it'll take about 2 hours and 58 minutes. And if I come to the store and use my jetpack because it's closer to another satellite or whatever the case may be, it may take about 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes at the max. So I'm at the store here uploading one of my videos and giving another video in regards to why I went vegan. I went vegan because I started watching Brother Polite, Yada, and I think Brother Polite and Yada led me to Dr. Sebi. I was having these heart problems where I would wake up out of my sleep and it felt like my heart was going to pop out of my chest. And I didn't know what that was. And some people said it was anxiety, panic attacks, or whatever. I'm like, panic attacks for what? It's very difficult when you're breathing, right? And you go like this, and it feels like you can't even go like that. It feels like if you do that, your heart's gonna pop. So you can only take short breaths, like until that pain subsides. And I would wake up out of my sleep at night with that pain, and I didn't know what it was. And I don't know, I think I had just quit my job, my 9-to-5 back in 2017, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I was able to start watching more videos on YouTube. And in that process, I saw a video with Brother Polite on 106 in Park, but the Breakfast Club with Meta World Peace. And he started talking about all his real estate stuff. And all that real estate stuff that he was talking about, I could relate to. And I understood what hypothecation is and all that stuff. And I'm like, damn, who the hell is he to be even talking about hypothecation? Because this is something that really isn't talked about in real estate so much. That's more of a finance term. So I started to do more research on him. And in the process of that, he was talking about Dr. Sebi. And he also talked about health in that same video. And of course, Brother Polite being another black guy, or quote unquote black African American, and what, the way he moved around at the time with the, just the luxury and all that stuff mattered to me at the time, as far as like houses and cars. And I don't want to say it mattered, but it looked fly. So it was something that caught my eye. And I started to look at him a lot more. And he was in a video with the brother Yada. And then they was all, everything came to Dr. Sebi at the end of the day. So this was around March or April. And then May, I said, I'm gonna do no meat for a week. I did no meat for a week around May 12th to like May 19th, somewhere around that time. So after I finished that week, I went to In-N-Out Burger. I'm in LA. I was living in LA. So we went out to the desert, Palm Springs, and went to In-N-Out Burger. And I tell you, my stomach locked up. And I didn't know what it was. And my mom was in the hospital because she was having some stomach problems at the time. So I'm thinking maybe it was something hereditary. And then so the day later, my stomach still feel like it's bloated, like it's just tight. Bloated. And I'm like, why is my stomach bloated so much? So I was like, Mom, what did the doctor say was something like that? And I don't forget what she told me. And then it came to my mind, damn, you ain't had no meat all week. So that one burger with the fries, but I'll say it was the burger, had my stomach on lock for about 2 or 3 days. And I didn't know what it was. About 4 days, actually. So I don't know if I gave up I think I gave the meat up right after that. So I gave up the beef, chicken, pork, turkey, and all that stuff right away, but I kept fish. And the following month, I goes to New Orleans to work on my duplex. And I was in like seafood heaven, because I kept seafood in my lifestyle. So this was May that I cut out the beef, chicken, pork, turkey, and all that stuff. Still was drinking milk, still was having dairy products, and still was kind of on the fence, not about what I was doing, but just whether I wanted to give up seafood or not. So fast forward to November, Black Friday, Thanksgiving. I had Thanksgiving for the last time with meat. And then the next day I did a 1-day water fast. The following week I did a 3 to 4 day water fast, almost 4 days, 3.5 days. And that was the worst fast. That was the hardest fast of my life. I felt so bad I could barely get out of bed. It was ridiculous. So I did that 3.5 days, and then 2 weeks later, the week before Christmas, because mind you, Black Friday, then the week later, 3.5 days, and then a week before Christmas, I did 7 days all water. And a month and a half later, from February 1 to 14th, I did a 14-day water fast. And I broke the fast the wrong way, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that was part of the reason why I went vegan. And I know veganism doesn't equate to healthy, because I was still getting sick initially. It was only until I started to do the fasting when my body, I stopped getting sick. After that 14-day fast, even though I broke the fast the wrong way with pistachio. I didn't break it the wrong way. Initially, I had juices to break it, and then I went into cooked foods, I believe, too soon. And not only did I do it too soon, but I also, not only did I break the fast like that too soon, I lost my train of thought. Damn, I got thrown off. But anyway, the fasting was what caused my body to stop getting sick. And like I said, even though I broke the fast the wrong way, I realized the differences and the changes in my body and just everything. So if I credit fasting, I don't credit the veganism. I credit the fasting towards that, because I really didn't jump into the Dr. Sebi type alkaline diet until a bit later, you know. But I went vegan initially because of the impacts that I thought it would have on my health, until I realized that veganism wasn't the way. It was actually more of a alkaline, raw lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all that think veganism is healthy, it's a good start. You know what I'm saying? But McDonald's fries are considered vegan. You know what I mean? And potato chips are considered vegan. And if we do those things in excess, we could continue to have some of the same problems that we created by eating meat and dairy products. So don't get caught up in the being vegan and I'm vegan this and vegan that, and thinking that you're going to be led on a healthy path, because that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? You also have to start to fast responsibly. As you can hear, I did 1 day, then 3.5 days, then 7 days, then 14 days. And then every so often I would do every Sunday. And for a while I was doing every Sunday, just nothing. You know, I would do some dry fasting. I did dry fasting for 3-4 days at a time. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with fasting if you know what you're doing. I'm not telling anybody to jump into a hardcore fast. That's very, very difficult. And really, you should probably be having someone oversee you if you're not experienced. But 1 day, we can all do 1 day. That's nothing. It's something, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really nothing. So that's part of the reason why I went vegan. The heart problems. Not only did I have heart problems, but I had high blood pressure that I realized that I had when I was in boot camp. My nose used to bleed from the time I was a young teenager up until I started this lifestyle. I would get nosebleeds. And I had high blood pressure. I was diagnosed with that when I went to boot camp when I was 19 for getting in trouble for selling drugs. And those nosebleeds stopped. Not only was I having nosebleeds, but I also had this major tingly feeling in my big toe, and I didn't know where it was. All of that stuff has gone. All of that stuff is gone. The only thing that has gone that hasn't come back that I wish it would come back is my corners and my little edges. I do love my hair. I miss my hair. I love me right now, you know what I'm saying? But I do miss my hair. You know what I'm saying? So I'll credit a lot of my transition into veganism into running into Brother Polite. Also my health issues. Brother Polite, Yada, even though Brother Polite is in jail for rape or whatever the hell it was he did, there's no way I don't support none of that shit. And Yada, whatever his scamming they said he was doing, I don't support none of that. In fact, I bought some sea moss from Yada that was fake years ago, back when I was 2018. So, but people may grow. So salute to Yada if he's on a better path and he's not scamming anybody. And I could only send my best wishes to Polite, and hopefully he's working on his mental health issues with the pedophilia tendencies that he was convicted of. So again, those were the reasons why I jumped into veganism. I don't consider myself a vegan. I only use that term for algorithm purposes. But in all, I wear leather. I've been wearing leather. And I don't do this for the animals. I do this for me. And in turn, the animals automatically benefit from that because I'm not eating them. You know what I'm saying? So how many of y'all out there are vegans? Y'all can throw me any vegan recipe y'all want as long as it's alkaline. Because right now I'm on another cleanse. I'm on a cleanse right now. I've been on it for 2 weeks. And a little over 2 weeks, I believe. About 2 weeks. And probably going to do this for about 90 days. It's not a hardcore one right now. It's more so cooked alkaline foods with a lot of raw. Next month it'll be all raw for me. And then the following month it'll be probably mostly 90% fruit. 85 to 90% fruit with some salads in between there. But periodically we need to clean our bodies. Just like we take our cars to the dealership to get it oil changed every 3,000 miles, we should be doing that to our body every quarter, once a week. You know what I'm saying? With a fast, or every quarter, do juices, do smoothies, do raw food. Stop eating the meat if that's what you do for a period of time and see how your body feels. Drink more water, drink some coconut water, get some sunlight. A lot of us are missing sunlight in our lifestyle. We think it's all food. That's not the case. And it's not all sunlight either, because I'm still dealing with a lot. I thought that, eating this way for an extended period of time, I would get rid of a lot of my anger issues. And I'm not saying I haven't gotten better. I just thought that it would be more of a, I would be a whole lot further along than what I am, but I'm still dealing with a lot of mental health issues, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that I'm still trying to recover from. And the food isn't the only thing that's getting me there. So right now I'm in a state of reprogramming my mind to heal and find internal peace, because I don't have it. But anyway, I'm not going to drag this video along. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. This is See Thy Wealth, water your health. Drink a glass of water.